I wonder what Alex is up to right now.
Aw. I know.
Do you think he's just out there having a nice day?
I think he's he's living his best life.
Good. Sometimes I hope he's happy, you know? Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope he's out there being happy.
Yeah. I did message him asking him that, but he hasn't responded. It's been like 5 days.
Oh my God. Well, the reason I thought about him is because I noticed on our Instagram that we had things pinned now. And one of them, I heard his voice and I was like, oh, he laughed at our joke. Because you know when someone laughs at our joke,
Yeah, we love it.
it's like
we
a
love
high.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, it'd be funny. Thank God. Wait. Let's start.
Let's start.
Okay. You're in shorts.
No one had to know.
But Alina, loud and proud. Loud and proud.
Oh,
this is one of
thanks.
your dreams. You said
I
this a
know.
couple weeks ago that this was your dream to be in shorts.
I know.
You made that dream come true.
Well, I'm going away and I need shorts because it's going to be hot. And
You're
I
gonna
thought,
practice.
why not try now? Before, like, why are shorts only reserved for my trip? Like, they could be
That's what I
for
said.
a regular day.
That's like you were saying, like your dream was to wear shorts. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like my dream is to go outside.
Yeah,
It's a very achievable dream.
you're right.
And I thought like, oh, this fashion trend, she's going to say like a belt on my head. You know, like you were going to be like, I can't pull it off, like paperboy hat. You know, like something crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, shorts.
No, I know. But I found a great style of Levi's that fit. And I got one. And then I was like, I better get another color. So I got 2.
I can't wait till you're done with them so I can have some new clothes.
I know.
It'll be so fun for me.
But I did also, big news, I got a push-up bra. I'm not wearing it today. So
What
don't
the
look.
hell? Is that even necessary? You have like triple X's.
Well, yes.
Why?
Because I don't want them so low to the ground anymore.
Why don't you just wear a push-up bra? Puts them to your chin.
Yeah,
That's where you want them to sit.
when I look at old photos, that's where they were.
Okay. So it's just like it's gonna be like a nice little boost.
Yeah, and I think it also like it's very constricting at the same time.
So you're wearing a corset?
basically.
God, it's like the
And-
1600s around here.
I know. And I put it on and I was like, I think this kind of hides the uneven boobs too, because it's like it's pushing them in and up.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm gonna wear them one day, and I'll see if you notice.
Oh, I'll notice.
Okay.
Well, you
but-
have to wear them like out and proud. You can't like wear this striped
True.
shirt
True.
and then be like, I'm wearing a push-up bra. No. Let's see your tees if they're out to play.
Okay. Well, so I put this shirt on, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I can see how like uneven my.
Is that why you pulled your hair all the way down?
I was like, I could see how uneven they are, like really, really uneven. And it got me thinking, you know, now they're uneven, which I've heard they go back to normal.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
It takes like obviously it's been 2 years, and now
not
they're
for me.
no. But I mean like it. What I'm saying is like there's never a secret juice. Like there's never a secret way to get them to be even while you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
If they become uneven, you got the road is now uneven.
Yeah.
Until it's over.
It's funny how everything's just like, oh, it'll take time. It's like, what if I don't want it to take time?
Ah, it doesn't matter.
Like, what if I want it right now to be even?
Impossible.
So anyway,
So you got to push up.
got to push a bra, gonna suffocate them, gonna hide the unevenness. I was also looking at bras. They make bras if you have uneven boobs.
Where do I get a bra? Like where did you find your bra?
I got it from Skims.
Because ever since I dachshund myself and said I had one bra, I've been interested in buying more.
Yeah, the one I gave you was Skims.
Yeah, but should I get a bra that's like not a triangle bra?
Yeah, it's good to have regulars.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I have some more.
Okay, hand them to
for
me.
my oldies because I'm different size now.
Yeah.
Anyway, gonna squeeze my boobs. They make them for uneven boobs too. Like I can
So
put more
nice.
padding in on the right side to even it out.
That's nice.
In case you didn't understand what I meant by
No, I totally
I did
get it.
explain
Yeah.
But I was thinking about you because, number one, the other day, my nipple was out of my shirt and I didn't even notice.
So glad.
And it's really because there's no braille.
There's no braille. There's
There's
feeling.
no receptors telling me
Mhm.
like it's out.
There's no feeling.
I was at home, luckily. I wasn't like out at the grocery store.
Be
But I
better
just
if you
looked
were.
down and I'm like, my nipple is out. And I literally got no like breeze, no indicator, nothing to tell me that it was out.
Even if there was a breeze, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
No.
And it's because it's just skin now.
I know.
It's not a nipple. It's skin.
It's skin. It's skin.
And that brings me to this thing that I've been wanting to tell you for so long, okay?
You're kidding me. You've been holding back?
Yes. Since I started, okay, a little backstory about me, in case you're new here. I don't really like showing skin.
You're so modest.
Okay, so like bathing suit is a big deal.
No, that's crazy for you.
Crazy. And
Even
so
a short sleeve shirt.
I know. So I'm like, wow, this is like really nuts. Like I just have to have my boobs out a lot now. For someone that like didn't even want to wear a swimsuit, now my entire boob and my areola is out.
Yeah.
It's on display.
Yes.
And for the first like, you know, when you
start
beef eating,
breastfeeding.
yeah. Your boobs are out all the time. But you're also taking so many photos. So many photos of
What do you mean?
Of your baby.
So you're taking photos of your baby while you're breastfeeding?
No. I'm two separate things.
Okay. You're taking
in general,
your titties are out.
Your boobs are out probably 20 hours in a day. Okay?
Like, okay.
And then also, you're taking so many photos of this precious life that you've created.
Mm-hmm.
There's two separate instances. But what I'm getting to is that in the Venn diagram, there's an overlap where you may take a picture and your boob is out on accident. Or Noelle goes to take a picture. Oh, you look so beautiful, so cute. No, my boob is here.
Uh-huh.
It's on the side. You don't see it. So literally every single photo that I would take, and it still sort of happens, but my boobs are away a little bit more now.
Yeah.
I would look at the photo and I would say, nipple. Nipple.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Look in the corners. Nipple. No.
I like that you have to
Sides,
look at every
nipple,
single
nipple. No. Looking at the middle. Nipple. No. Looking over here. Nipple. No. Is there a nipple? Okay, I can send this photo to somebody.
Has there been
Turn on the live photo?
Has there been any slip-ups?
I think there was one.
God, I wish it was to me.
And I was like, my nipple. And then there's a live photo. If you're going to send a live photo.
Of course.
Nipple.
You're so meticulous. You're such a meticulous person. You're so meticulous.
Thanks. And so, yeah, the ritual of checking for my nipple in photos.
Do you feel less modest now? Like, do you feel like you are less protective of yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you willing to whip it out publicly?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like really privately.
As privately, do you have a shawl?
I'll put a burp cloth in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drape it over.
Okay.
Like no one's going to see it.
Yeah. The amount of people that have seen my nipples on airplanes, like walking past, hundreds.
Whoa.
Hundreds.
Well, I always think
if
I go in my car, you know, at the beginning, that was scary.
Yeah. At the beginning, that is scary.
That was scary. No one's going to see below where the door is because that's where the baby's head is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if someone's in a tree right now.
No, you're always so scared about your trees. I don't know who you know that's climbing.
They have full access.
No one's in trees. No one's climbing. You're safe. I need you to feel confident that no one's in a fucking tree. I promise you.
Yeah.
But
well, so yeah, I just also.
I think it is really.
Did you ever do nipple on each photo?
Never, not once.
And then if I ever post a photo, even if I'm like, you're posting at the grocery store where I know my nipple isn't going to be out, I'm like, nipple.
You're so hyper.
Okay, I could post this photo.
Yeah.
So it takes me like 3 business days to post a photo because I'm like, I got to do a whole nipple check and then a nipple scan to make sure that there's nothing and there's no nipple going to get in the way. Because I've never been in a situation where my nipple was even out when I was taking a photo.
I know.
And now it's out even when I don't know it's out.
I know.
So it's really traumatized me.
It has.
I can't. I'm having a hard time moving forward
without checking nipples. Next time you take a photo, try your best to just send it out. Don't even look.
No. That's crazy. No.
Do it. Just
No.
But you know yourself, have you found a lot of nipples when you check? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
There's photos in Noelle's phone.
Okay. So there's photos on Noelle's phone. But on your phone. In your phone.
And I'm like, Noelle, don't send that to anyone because you think it's cute because my nipple's there.
Do you I think it's interesting, right? Because like our fear as like, let's just say Western culture, right? It's the nipple. That's the issue. But what's interesting is the nipple is what we share with men, right? Like men have nipples, women have nipples.
Yeah.
It's the fatty part. That's our secret. Like that's our secret.
But that part
sauce.
is okay.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying. So what we're actually scared to show is something that we all have in common.
Yeah,
Every single person has a
That's so true, Sarah.
So
but theirs don't look as horrendous as ours does.
But you're not sharing because it looks horrendous. That's not your issue. I don't think you're like, oh, my nipple's ugly, can't share it.
It's an added thing.
I suppose, but but if any of your nipple was showing,
if my nipple looked like a man's nipple and it accidentally got in a photo, I'd be like, okay, like we wouldn't care as much. Okay. But our nipples, they have our secret sauce.
No, our nipples are our secret sauce right now.
And they're right. They're so different.
They're so atrocious.
They are like you say Nat Geo.
Yeah, I do say Nat Geo. They are crazy. They do ish go back to normal. They do ish.
They would surveil us in the wild.
They'd be like mother in the wild.
You know how we love to look at a hummingbird getting its nectar. It's like, whoa. It's like people would love to probably have a 24-hour cam of our nipples breastfeeding. That's because it's something that hasn't been seen.
Okay, interesting.
It's like, oh, look at this polar bear. He's so rare. It's like, yeah, my nipple. Do you feel like if is also rare?
Breastfed in public more often, like it would be better? Or are you
no, because whenever I see a boobie in public.
Breastfeeding though, not boobie. Like I'm not saying just whip your tits out. Yeah. Oh, I'm just talking like
I'm disturbed and I'll text my friends.
Yeah, oh really? Yeah. Even as a mom.
Even as I'm breastfeeding. I saw it the other day. I walked by this lady. She was in a circle with other like men and children. And I saw like, a bigger, it wasn't a baby, it was probably like 1.5, 2. And he was like rummaging around like crazy on her chest. And I was like, that kind of looks like breastfeeding. But she's in a circle with a bunch of people. Like, there's no way. And I happened to take a peek over at the right because it is Nat Geo as I walked to the side.
Yeah, you walked to the pathway.
Yeah.
To the side.
And her whole boob was out, and he was just coming back and forth to it like a buffet.
I think
there's other kids there.
I think the thing is,
and we were in public.
But I think the thing is that
are you telling me that's you?
Yeah, you could have saw me, because what I'm saying is the longer you go, and I feel like for our society, for our nation, I went as long as you could. Like I think people would say 2 years is the max.
You want to know something?
What?
The amount of people that have volunteered to me how long they nurse their kids for as I walk around with my baby.
What do you mean?
You hardly did it for very much time at all.
Really? I would say I did it for a very long time.
Some would say, yes. But
because what I mean...
in the last month, I've had someone tell me till 8 years old, till 4 years old, till 3 years old. I didn't ask.
For the 8-year-old,
I didn't ask. They told me.
My question is for the 8-year-old, like they must have had children in between, like to continue that breastfeeding.
I didn't get into details. I just said, great job.
Okay. What I mean though, what I mean by my statement is the longer you go, the way more normal that you like feel whipping out your titty in any situation.
I would agree with you because like
you can see
I can do it. Like in the beginning, I was like,
yes. You're literally like I have to go in the bathroom in my own home
in a corner.
Yeah, like no one even come in this house. Like turn around. Yeah, But the way in which you feel it is so normal after a certain amount of time, like you could give two shits who sees you.
Yeah, I won't be doing it in public. And like, I don't know if I'm just immature. You know, I'm doing it myself, but when I saw it, I was like, whoa, like, I think it was just more like there was no even effort to cover it.
Yeah,
and there were other kids around.
There. Yeah, especially with kids. I don't give a fuck.
And like other men.
Well, like men walk away. Like, I mean, like, but okay. I don't know. See, I'm just
Would
more
you
like,
breastfeed in a circle?
I have never gone to a breastfeeding circle. I've never attended any type of like gathering.
I don't know.
Feed.
Am I the problem?
No, I think most people would be on your side. I think it's interesting. Like, I think once I started doing it and the longer I did it, just the more normal I felt of like, if someone sees my nipple, like I'm unfussed. I just don't care. Like, would I do it in a room full of like my brother-in-laws, you know, or like my, I would hope. I wouldn't want to, but would I?
But would you make attempts to cover yourself?
No.
Like, so it's out.
It's not just like
she's come up to it. She's taken a sip of the drinking fountain. Now she's over there playing. You're just gonna leave the tea out so she can come back and
I'm not
crawl to it.
No, I'm
run
not
to it. So it's on
like
tap.
Shaking my titties around.
That's what
no
I'm
shirt,
talking
no
about.
bra.
That's what I'm talking about. With the lady.
Okay, like
it was just out, and he was coming to it while he wanted.
Like it seems okay. I don't think you should just stand outside naked. Like, in my opinion, you shouldn't stand outside naked. But if you're breastfeeding and someone happens to see your nipple, then like that's on you. Like, that's on you. Why don't you fucking turn around, you freak? I'm out here trying to feed my child.
Yeah.
And if you see I'm taking down my shirt and you're still staring at me like this, that's on you. Now I'm thinking you're a fucking freak.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get like the pulling out part and like
you just felt like she was standing there naked and people were running up to her titties.
Leave it there for like as if it's a plate of food that they're gonna come back to every now and then.
Yeah, that seems a little bit. I mean,
in a setting
the way
where there's other kids,
wild.
Other women, other men, and then you're in a public area,
you know what
where there's there was like literally 60 people around us.
Yeah. I mean, again, like hundreds of people have seen my boob.
If he's there.
Was the baby like walking around and coming back?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. That is a bit.
But
I was like,
I'm more just like,
no, if he's in front and he pulls off for a second and he happened to like, okay, like I just happened to see it. But like, it was just like, it's a free for all whenever you're there. Just one.
Okay.
Interesting. I wish I could have been there to be a part of this process. I you know, I'd love to just kind of see things like that.
But I'm also just like immature. So I'm like, oh my God, I saw a boob.
No, I mean, still.
I saw a boob. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, HelloFresh. We're hitting summer. This summer. It's now.
We're in it.
And we have tons of plans that we want to get to, like going to the park, the beach, the petting zoo. And, you know, summer is the season to enjoy all the things that you've been waiting for all year long. So the last thing that you want to do is be spending more time in the kitchen or worse, like the supermarket.
And HelloFresh makes it easier to fit quick, home-cooked meals into your schedule every week by curating delicious recipes right to your door, like sun-dried tomato grilled cheese, as well as 100 seasonal snacks, sides, and treats.
Their new ready-made meals are heat-and-go meals with chef-crafted, flavorful dishes ready in just 3 minutes. Every HelloFresh meal uses high-quality ingredients and are simple and easy-to-follow recipes. Trust me. Meals are delivered right to your doorstep and they're flexible, so you can pause or skip whenever you may need.
You guys know how we feel about ravioli. Well, I tried their cheesy tomato ravioli the other night, and I'm happy to report that their portions were perfect. It kept everyone in my family full and happy. Plus, it was super simple to whip up, came together quickly, and tasted so good.
Make your summer enjoyable and delicious by signing up for HelloFresh at HelloFresh.com/StillFriends10FM and get 10 free meals with a free item for life. That's HelloFresh.com/StillFriends10FM for 10 free meals and a free item in every box.
HelloFresh.com/StillFriends10FM. One per box with an active subscription. Free meals are applied as a discount on the first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
Okay, bye. Bye.
You know what I just learned recently about breastfeeding? That up until like the mid 90s for certain states, it was illegal to breastfeed in public.
Whoa.
Isn't that absolutely insane to think about that?
Yeah.
Like to think about that mentality that it was illegal.
Yeah.
that says something about where we live. That feeding your child was illegal in public.
Yeah, because when you go to Europe, you see it a ton.
Yeah, Europeans. I'm very European.
Yeah. I realized I wasn't really around you a lot when you were like
BFing?
when you were be feeding. So like, yeah, I mean, maybe
It was very hard on me to experience motherhood without you. I was literally the whole time just being like, okay, well, here I am.
yeah, and I just had no idea.
I know.
Absolutely no idea.
I know. You can't know. You
Yeah,
can't know
could
until
try.
you know.
Anyway, it wasn't even on the topic list, and it went for a really long time. But yeah, you know, that's where we
Some
are.
nipples in, some nipples out. That's what we say. And if your nipples are out, oop oop. And if your nipples are in, yee yee. That's what I mean to say.
That's cute.
Thank you. Okay, let's talk about me.
Please.
We haven't talked about me in so long. Like, I need to get this off my chest. Let me see what I want to talk about. Oh my God. Okay, there's a couple things. So, I guess we'll start here. I'm curious to know what you think. And number one, do you ever run outside? Like, have you ever in your life? Have you run outside?
Like, oh, I gotta go grab something.
No.
Run outside.
No. Have you ever run outside as a workout?
So, like,
as a workout.
I'm gonna go running outside.
Yes.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I can't picture you running outdoors. Like, I picture you on a treadmill for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I can't see you running outside.
Oh no, I used to do it all the time. And
But like at 12, or are you kind of like in your 20s?
like at 12 years old.
Like at 12 years old.
I've done it in the last few years.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I've done sprints outside.
Wait, on a field or like running on the
just
streets?
like in my neighborhood.
Okay, so you've run on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. That was context. That
Yeah.
was the backstory. So I was going to go for a run. Okay. I was going to go for a longer run too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to go kind of like this hidden path, where no one could see me.
Yeah.
But then I decided I'm not going to.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
I'm not going to do a hidden path. Not because of murder.
Okay.
But this is why. I realized if I ran on the main street, I was about to be everyone's entertainment. Okay.
Are you a funny runner?
No, but I'm outside running, so I'm everyone's entertainment. That's what I'm saying.
You're only everyone's entertainment if you have a funny run.
No. What I'm convinced of is if I'm running on the street, you are watching me. You are looking at what I'm doing. You are saying she's fast, she's slow, she's doing this, she's doing that. Everyone is watching me if I'm on the street. I am literally starring in a movie if I am running on the street. Like I am taking up the big screen.
Well, good thing you're a good runner.
I have a 4 p.m. showing.
I never thought about that because I'm literally wheezing out of breath.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So I was like, if I run main street, I'm about to be main character. I have to put on a show for everyone. Everyone's driving home. Everyone's enjoying their workday. And they're like,
you got to look like you got to have your phone on your arm. Like you got to have like the proper running attire.
Exactly. Not only that, but I wasn't allowed to walk. I had to continue my pace of sprinting.
We ran together.
We did run together that one time.
Yeah, I wasn't
you
that
forced
bad.
me to run.
Yeah, I was the one that wanted to
I
run.
was like, fine, okay, let's get our job.
I wasn't very fast, but I wasn't very slow either.
But also, you got us running, and I appreciate that. So I run. I run main stage. I'm everyone's show. I'm everyone's performance.
You fit?
Not really, Elena. Not really.
That was kind of the part of it.
The whole point was that I realized if I run on the street, I am forced to do amazing. I am forced to try my very fucking hardest. I basically had to run, like, in my mind, 10 miles straight uphill. Okay, it wasn't, but it was a huge hill. It was a huge hill. I was like, oh my God, I'm not allowed to stop. If I stop, they'll be laughing at me. They're going to be like in their cars. They're going to be like, who is this girl?
Sounds
just
like Alina.
I know. So I was like, oh my God, this is the trick. This is going to force me to work out. This is going to force me to like do my best. Everyone sees me.
Yeah. And if only you recorded yourself and we got to see you run
the mile,
the 6-minute mile.
One day, Lena. One day. One day you'll know it's true. But I thought I unlocked this holy grail of working out. Because, like, if I was by myself on a running path... So did you
feel like a track athlete?
I was an Olympian. I got gold. I did not stop running up the hill. I ran up the entire... Did you feel like people
were looking at you and acknowledging you?
Alina, I basically got honks. I didn't get one honk, but I'm telling you. I bet everyone noticed me. I bet everyone was thinking, good for that girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's running all the way up the hill. I had created this story in my mind the whole time. Number one, I was Tom Cruise running in Mission Impossible. And I don't know if you've seen any of those movies. Obviously, I'm rewatching them. This guy runs so well. He's like, that's who I was in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was completing a mission. It was impossible, and I completed it. I am telling you, This is like the time in my life where I feel 16 again. I am like,
So
holy shit.
when's your next run?
I'm not going to tell you because people are going to be out there in their cars trying to see what I'm up to, trying to check me out. I'm telling you, it's another one of those situations where all of a sudden, your main character, everyone in the world is out there looking at you because when I'm driving.
This is another instance of like, Sarah, your life's not a movie.
Exactly.
But it is.
But it is. I've made it into a movie because I'm running on the street for everyone, you know? And I'm also convinced that everyone from my high school saw me and they're like, wow, she still got it, you know? Because I was a track star.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Look at how good she looks.
Look at her go up those hills.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at her calves. Her calves are
What's
fucking
funny is
amazing.
like some of the streets were probably empty.
No street was empty. I ran main street. I'm talking like, I basically ran on the freeway.
Yeah.
I basically took my shoes and got on the freeway and ran down the 405. That's how many people saw me. It was wild. And to this day, I'm like, I look back and I'm like, God, you did so good on that run. Like, I am still proud of myself.
You should be.
Thank you.
Maybe I need to do that.
And what I thought was, and then I was like, I don't think Alina runs outside. You got to
That's
run
probably how people
outside.
feel in public gyms.
They're forced to do good.
Like everyone's gonna see me. Like I better curl these biceps.
That's so true. But you could be like, you could kind of fake how many biceps you're on. Like, 15.
No, some people
And you
watch your whole
drop.
set. They'll watch your whole set.
Right. That's that. If I saw someone watch my whole set, though, I'd call the cops. I would call the. I'd be like, I have a stalker on my hands.
I know.
This man watched me do 12 curls. That's so boring. He's got to get a life.
When I would work out on the road with Noel, I'd be like, you better do all 8 reps. Like everyone's watching you.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like no one was looking at me, but I'm like, I wonder if they're impressed right now.
They probably were. Because aren't you looking at everyone else?
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, everyone's got to be looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them. Okay. So
Well, congrats.
I recommend everyone get out there and let people see you because it creates a situation where you cannot stop. You don't even know what I was saying in my head when I was like, if you stop.
You were pumping yourself up like crazy.
Oh my God, like crazy. I've never, honestly, I think I could run a marathon because if I had to do it publicly, I wouldn't be able to stop. And I thought about, you know what I thought about? Okay. I thought about live feed your birth. Because if motherfuckers are watching you,
oh yeah,
you gotta be like, fuck it, I just have to keep going. At first I was like, no, you don't want anyone in your birth room. You know, like have that be private. No, live feed, Instagram. You know, I don't like to be public. Live feed it, TikTok, put it live, YouTube, put it live everywhere. You are forced to fucking do a good job. You'd be like, especially if you're like, oh, I want to do unmedicated. Okay, well now I can't ask because everyone here knows you're forced to do a good job.
I wonder if anyone's live streamed a birth.
No, but we could be the first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that if it exists, it's been done.
I don't know if it exists.
Well, it exists because birth exists and live feeds exist.
So like nothing can be original.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer. So basically, this whole conversation's already been had.
Yeah.
Oh, so someone's already said this somewhere.
Yeah.
Bummer. Hopefully, this is everyone's first time hearing it. Hey guys. Hey. Okay. Another thing I've been thinking about. Okay.
Wait, how long did you run?
30 minutes.
That's impressive.
I know.
You did like 8 miles.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Are mailboxes eventually going to be the new home telephone number? Meaning, are mailboxes going to be something that we talk about that we can't believe we ever had mailboxes? Oh, remember mailboxes when we used to get mail and like Christmas cards and birthday cards used to come and our bills used to come? Mailboxes are going to be dead and gone. They'll cease to exist. Why? People would have said that about home phones.
Yeah, but the U.S. Postal Service is really trying to like get in there.
So were home phones.
No, they weren't trying nearly as hard as the USPS. USPS is really trying to like be main stage like you're running and like up to code with this generation. You know, like they'll do scanned versions of your mail that they'll send you in your email.
See, they're trying to hang on for dear fucking life.
That's true.
And they're hanging on by their teeth at this point. They're barely getting anything done.
Yeah.
The only thing that's in our mail is junk.
You know, that is true. And bills.
But that's because the old people like to hang on to their hard copies. We're the young people. We're like, send it to us via our apps. All of a sudden, we're not going to have any hard bills because we don't like to pay through the mail. We don't like to put our checks that way.
Yeah.
We don't even have fucking checkbooks.
I have checkbooks.
Yeah, but you barely know how to use it.
I know how to use it.
Kind of.
No, I know how to use it.
No, but you don't send checks in the mail.
I don't send anything.
Exactly. No one would have thought home phones would be dead. We all wanted our own personal line. We were adding home phones to our house. And all this, you don't even know one person with a home phone.
But I don't think it's going to go away.
That's what they said.
I think USPS is gonna claw its way in. It needs how long has the United States Postal Service been in business?
That's like saying, how long
It's like
have
saying
horses been pulling carriages? You know, that's all we had back in the day. Okay? USPS, people even confuse it with USP or UPS.
No, we don't.
There's a lot of different letters out there.
USPS.
But I don't think a lot of people even know what that is. I mean, FedEx, other things.
In general, it started in 1775. It became a federal agency much later.
It's about
If it was
to
gonna die,
burn
it should have already died.
No, I think it's on the edge of death.
No, that's what they were saying, and then they were like they clawed its way back.
They did, but now they're barely around.
Can you look up like is USPS going extinct?
But okay, I bet in the next 150 years,
Oh,
people will be like,
150?
yeah. People will be like, God, remember the mailboxes that we used to have outside of our houses? I
Yeah.
bet they come.
You're right,
The trash
150.
people are going to come around and pick up your mailbox and throw it in the trash.
I think 150.
I
Yeah,
know, and we'll all miss it.
but like in the next 50? No.
Okay, fine, 50, but 100. Think about 100 years. You think there's going to be mailboxes?
Do you think people stop buying stuff online?
No, I think online is here for
Because that's a mailbox, no? Kind of?
no, because that's Amazon. They'll get it delivered to your door, but you won't get it delivered to your box. I think people will always get things to their door. We can't help that. We love convenience.
What's going on? What's the census?
What?
I mean,
It's consensus.
I feel like we can't root for the post office to go away.
Listen, I'm not rooting for it.
You
I'm
are.
just saying it's inevitable.
It's kind of sad.
I'm saying it's happening. I miss home phones more than I miss almost anything on the earth.
You can get a home phone.
Doesn't matter. No one's calling it.
I'd call it.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Wow. Thank you. Okay, I'll get a home phone and get rid of my cell phone. How amazing would that be? Imagine a world where people call your home phone. I love voicemails. I mean, that's the highlight of my life.
No.
I loved Christmas cards. People are going to send them via Gmail, just like they send Evites. It's going to be over.
I know.
Sorry. Just wanted to bring
No,
everyone down.
It's a point. It's a valid point. Do people even know? Do people even know what the red flap is for?
I do.
Has anyone used the red
No.
flap recently?
Kids don't even know what the red flap is. They just think, oh, this is cute. I'll put it up.
Do you guys know what it's for?
Okay. Oh, come on. If they didn't know what it was for,
Just making sure.
I'd be like, the mail's going out
So,
real
what do
soon.
people say online?
How is that even something that you could look up?
Everything has been asked before.
Oh, God. So we've already said this again.
I think that there are definitely proposals about it being privatized, which is silly in my opinion. But it says, Google says that it's not going away. It faces financial challenges and has been the subject of discussions about potential changes, including the privatization. It remains a vital part of the federal government and continues to operate.
It's just like money, like currency.
Yeah, I know. And I think money will eventually be gone.
Yeah, but they're holding on for dear life.
Thank God.
Remember, we're redoing quarters.
Oh, God, I'll miss the fucking penny so much. I didn't use the penny enough, and now I'm paying for it.
Yeah,
With the penny being taken from me.
I agree.
And I'm really sorry, Penny.
And like, if
I
you have
knew,
100 of them, it's a lot of money.
so much money. R.I.P. Penny.
Mm-hmm.
But Penny, the name, is really coming into play. So
It
we're
is a good
keeping
name.
Penny close,
Yeah,
metaphorically.
yeah,
Physically, it's gone. But pennies are up and alive and well.
yeah. And no one's naming their kid dime or nickel.
Never.
Or
Because
quarter.
we probably subconsciously knew that the penny was kind of going out. So everyone's like, fucking throw the name Penelope around.
Yeah,
Fucking throw it to everyone, Penelope, Penelope, Penelope. Oh, that's Penny. And she's here and she's shiny
mm-hmm.
because we lost what we loved.
Mm-hmm. You ever see a green penny?
Never. It's gross.
Yeah,
I don't pick up green pennies.
A penny's a penny.
No. Penny's gross because it's probably on the ground. I'm not picking it up. It's green.
Yeah, green. What
I'm
was it?
shocked you're touching anything dirty. That seems so crazy. And you don't need a penny. So you're just seeing a green penny being like, that's gross, I'm going to pick it up?
Pennies were green, yeah.
That's so interesting.
Okay, keep going.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so there's this other thing that I've been doing that's really funny, and I need to know if you do it too. And I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I had another thing come up in the same realm. So if I go see a movie with Corbin and I'm sitting in the theater, I fucking love a movie theater. I really appreciate them more as a parent. I'm just like living the life in that theater. The theater comes, it's on, the movie's playing, and all of a sudden there's like a crazy scene, pow, 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 and it's loud. I'm like, oh my God, fucking turn it down. Like the baby's gonna hear. That's my immediate thought is turn it down, turn it down. It's so loud, turn it down. I'm looking around and I'm like, there's no child here. No one can hear this. You're fine. And every single time it's loud, I'm just like, we good? Is she awake? So my addition to this is we've been walking Waylon to sleep. She loves being outside. So we walk her in the sling, blah, blah, blah. But there's street lights. And so I want to be like, can you guys fucking turn the lights off? I'm trying to walk my baby to sleep. And I just look around at these lights. And so I bivouac the streets. Like there's a light, there's a light, there's a light. And I go to the dark zones.
Bivouac.
Side to side. Damn it. So I go side to side. I crisscross, avoiding the lights. But motherfuckers on my street got floodlights for robbers. So I have to know the floodlight system. So sometimes I go from this light to this side, but then bow, floodlight. And then this other neighbor has...
You look insane.
No, I know, because everyone on my street has those Nest cameras. And then pow, I go this way. And then their house alarm goes, you're now being recorded. And I'm like, fuck, that's too loud. So I'm like going the back that way. And I'm like, I got to do backside step, switch side step, side, back to it, because the light's coming down in her face. I am doing... not to say this phrase again, but Mission Impossible level fucking skills of walking down the street. And I'm just like, who do I call to turn the lights down? Like, they're acting.
What do you do when there's a full moon?
Oh, we love the full moon. We love the moon is great. It's the lights. It's the lights in the street that are insane. And people's own lights. And obviously it's a great time for me to look into people's houses. I am memorizing the street and what is going on.
Yeah.
It is a fabulous time for me as a person. But I keep adding to the list of all the things that I need society to change in order for me to have a better time with my baby. Number one, movies, turn the volume down. I don't care if we're in a fucking movie theater. It's still too loud and my baby can hear from miles away. And number two, yes, I get it that we don't want kidnaps. Okay, so I get it that street lights are important.
Yeah, they say if your house is better lit, it's less likely to get burglared.
Speaking of that, there is so much I need to discuss. Number one, around my street, we have signs that say, neighborhood watch. We're fucking watching you. You better keep your shit together.
Watching.
Where do they meet? Where do they gather? Where can I join?
No one's watching.
Because we're telling burglars everywhere we have neighborhood watch. I haven't seen one person watching my neighborhood besides
Little
me.
hat too.
Yeah. I'm looking for like a Dwight Schrute. I'm talking like...
They're like in an investigator's outfit. They have their cap down and they're looking. And I don't see that. I think that's you.
But I would join.
I think you are the watch.
Exactly. I'm watching my street like
appointed.
A fucking hawk. Like somebody appoint me. Like who can I call? Who's head of neighborhood watch? Yeah. What are we looking for? What kind of suspicious activity should I keep an eye out for? I feel like I'm suspicious activity.
You are.
I'm suspicious.
You really are.
If people probably see me in their cameras doing insane sidestep maneuvers, being like, we should be worried.
Yeah.
Thank God people see me on the street and know that it's me. But like, I look crazy carrying this baby sideways in a sling with I look crazy.
I know. You sound crazy.
Also, adding to neighborhood watch, I want to let you know my neighbors are gone on vacation. Okay? But they keep most of their lights on. Now, to me, as a burglar, I'm suspicious. Why the fuck is someone's lights on at 3 a.m.? Now, immediately, if I was a burglar, bam, I'm checking that house. I'm going to that house. You have to be more meticulous about what lights you leave on. Why would you leave your bedroom light on all night?
No.
You don't think a burglar sees that?
You gotta be different, You
think I'm sleeping with the lights on?
What? You can't let them know your next move, okay? So you got to keep some lights on sometimes and some lights off sometimes. And there can never be a pattern. And that's what's going on in my house. Sometimes the front rooms, the lights are on.
All night?
night. Sometimes they're off. Sometimes the kitchen light's on. Sometimes it's off. Sometimes the TV's on. Sometimes it's off. You won't know.
Do you have like a kind of Excel sheet that's like, it's Tuesday night, I gotta do kitchen?
No, because then there'd be a pattern, and I'm not following a pattern.
You're not following a pattern. But don't you think, getting into the mind of a burglar, if you saw somebody's bedroom light on, you would be like, that person's not home.
No, I'd be like, either they're trying on all their clothes.
At 3 a.m.?
Sometimes I do that. Or they're having lots of lights on sex.
At 3 a.m.?
Sometimes people do that.
At lights on sex? No one's doing lights on sex. No one's doing lights on sex unless it's daylight. That's lights on.
No, you don't need the lights on if it's daylight.
Exactly. It's natural light. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So if you want lights on at night.
Awful. No one does lights on sex at night. That's so stupid.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
You think it's dark outside and people are turning their lights on to have sex?
People have lights on sex.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that's dumb. You don't turn the lights on at night. You already have mood lighting. Put some candles. Like put on your Harry Potter lights. That's nice. Don't do lights on sex.
You
when
have
it's
an
dark
STX
outside.
to Harry Potter?
No, I have Harry Potter lights. It's nice. It's dimming.
Oh, Harry Potter lights.
It's candles. It's candles. It's
I thought it was Harry Potter on a projection screen.
No, I wish. Not for sex, but just a projection.
I see.
But you would say it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m. maybe, pitch black outside, and someone's going, let's have lights on sex.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ovi, only agree with me.
Some people like to see everything.
Alina, that's so dumb. That's so stupid. What are we doing, a fucking porno? And we're turning on all the lights? That is so... No, that is...
Speaking of which,
Porno?
yes, our old setup with the
Oh.
cameras in the front of the bed.
Oh,
Anytime anyone came to the house, I had to close that door because it looked like we were filming.
That's so funny, though. I didn't think about that until this moment.
Yeah,
And we had a 3-camera setup.
I know. And one time my mom was like, "You're lucky I know what you do."
That's so true. Oh, damn. Good one, Lena. Good one.
Yeah.
I still go back to my main point. I think it's no one should do that. But we'll just...
I mean, let us know. Like, I mean, I think what would we say the percentage is? I feel like
don't do lights on sex if it's dark.
I think 30% of the population probably has lights on sex.
After hours.
After hours. We don't need lights in the daytime. You keep clarifying.
What I mean is, like, you don't have to make it dark. You know what I mean? It's just like natural light. It's
Yeah,
like light
yeah.
streaming in.
Yeah.
But lights on sex after 9 p.m. is crazy. Crazy. Crazy person behavior. What you're telling me is you're turning on the lights.
No, I didn't say anything about
You're talking
my own behavior.
You're talking about for the people. You're defending the people.
Yes.
I don't know about that, Alina. They must
Can
have...
we Google it? Like
they must
do
have
on Love
soft.
Island?
They must have soft lighting. They must have very soft. Yeah, I'm talking about when you walk into your room and you're like, "Oh, let's have sex after dinner. It's dark. Let's turn on the lights." I don't think so. I don't think people are doing that. I don't think they are.
No one's
turning
ever
on-
said turn on the lights to you?
That's rude. That's rude right there. No, I'm saying it's like a nice mood to have dimmer lights.
Also, if it's like someone's first time having sex, like they need the lights to make sure there's nothing suspicious going on down
Okay,
there.
you're
Like,
so weird with your suspicion.
what about like herpes?
Why are you having sex in the dark with someone you don't know with herpes? Like that. I hope
You'd have to have lights on to make sure and scope out there's no herpes. If I was single and I was
checking
having
for herpes in the light.
first time sex at night, I would do lights on sex because I want to make sure that there's nothing there that I need to then be paranoid about for a week.
I don't want to have sex like I'm in Forever 21. That's just not my experience. I just don't want to be in those bright... Are you kidding me? It's so fucking bright in here. I'm trying to have a nice time and you're fucking like strobe lighting me. That's ridiculous. I just had dinner. What the hell? That's gross.
Yeah, but
Turn the
what
lights off.
STDs?
I don't think I was... I guess if you're really worried about STDs, turn on the lights and then turn them off.
Yeah,
Or check in the bathroom. Let's say, hey, let's go in the bathroom for a second. We'll turn on the lights in there. I'll check your whole area. Do you have cramps? Do you have herpes? The clap.
But you're trying to do it like sexily.
Oh, There's no sex. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing sexy about bright overhead lighting. You can't be sexy. You can't be sexy in the bright lights. You can't.
I think
Why do you think all nightclubs are dim?
I think,
There's when people turn on the lights, people scatter.
I
like
think if
fucking
they
ants.
poll, men prefer lights, women prefer dark.
I don't wanna be.
I think that's a consensus.
Well, there's literally no men in this room to ask. So would they be honest with us? Probably not. No, men like the dark. Men like the dark.
No, they don't.
Fine. I'm not saying that pitch black. I don't need to know where everything is. I'm talking mood lighting here. I want the lighting to be mood.
Obi, what have you found?
Okay. A survey sponsored by Adam and Eve in 2022 found that only 11% of those surveyed chose lovemaking with the lights on. In general,
11% is a very low
I think a lot of people don't like having this sex with the lights on because they're insecure.
2 years after COVID, and people were just kind of re-entering society.
Okay, they weren't re-entering their bedrooms. They still were in their bedrooms.
Okay. Oh,
I just think it's crazy behavior when it's dark outside to turn on the lights.
that's when you use the lights. That's when you need lights. It's dark, therefore we need lights inside. That's why electricity was invented. It was for darkness.
Keep it low, though. Keep it low. I mean, kitchen lights for sure, but bedroom lights?
Is there a use for bedroom lights after 9 p.m. in your head? In your mind?
No.
Take your lights out. You don't need
reading.
them.
I love to read. I love to read at night. But I have a soft red light. Remember, it looks like I'm in some type of like Amsterdam red light district.
Is this something you've always felt? Or is this a mom vibe?
Like I want to be in the dark? No, I'm just thinking like at night, why would I want to have bright lights in my bedroom?
Okay, what about dead of winter when it's dark at 5 p.m. outside?
Oh, but like pre-motherhood, I love the dark. Oh my God. When it got dark at 4:30, I was like, oh, I'm living my dream.
So no lights on.
Yeah.
That's so...
But not like I don't walk around in the dark. It's very
Not
dim.
even like appreciating Thomas Edison at his core.
You know what? I'm not really giving him enough appreciation. You're right.
Like he did this for you.
And I appreciate it, but like I'm more of a candle bitch. Light not really. I have my Harry Potter fake candles. I'm just saying I like mood light.
Can you
I like a
did
soft
you
light.
see if men prefer
You know men.
It's
you
a-
know men so fucking well.
It says the idea that men universally prefer having sex with the lights on while women favor darkness is a common stereotype,
Stereotype.
but in reality,
Stereotype.
that's me?
individual preferences vary greatly.
They very great.
What about a poll?
Why don't you just get out there and fucking poll the nation?
I will.
Okay.
Surveys suggest a leaning towards lights on among men.
I feel like what you guys feel I'm saying, the perception is
can we
like
poll our
I want to
followers?
go in a dark cave and not be and bump into my man, you know, and find him in the dark, like literally a blind person. Be like, hope it's him, and I hope he doesn't have herpes. And then I'm like, okay, good, now we're safe. It's like, no, I just don't want to bang in Forever 21, and I feel like that's justified.
I agree with you. I don't want to bang in Forever 21 either, but I'm saying some people do, and some people want to see what's going on.
Okay, but some people like prunes. It doesn't mean that we should all just be like,
Like having sex in the dark is like
but you're
going
saying
to
the dark. I'm just saying mood lighting.
hold on. Having sex in your version of lighting
Yep.
in the dark
Uh-huh.
is like going to a rainforest to observe monkeys with no lights.
false. False.
You're not going to be able to see anything.
If I have a candle in the jungle, the monkeys are going to come close to me because I'm not drawing attention to myself. I'm just observing them. And if I use my candle correctly and I don't light the forest on fire, I can see them in their natural habitat. If I come in,
Yeah, but people
motherfucking
want to
guns,
see you in your natural habitat naked.
They do, and they shall in the mood lighting. I'm not going to be out here strutting my stuff under bright lights. I'm just not going to do it. That's insane.
I agree. I love dark lights.
I didn't say dark. I said mood. Get on board with
But I also
different size titties, and
understand.
you're out here like bright lights, big city.
I understand why people would want to see everything up close and personal.
I also want to see. I just don't want to see that well.
You just kind of want like a blob, like like this is generally your leg. Okay,
No,
this
I
is
don't want
generally
I don't want you to be confused
your
about an
arm.
arm and a leg. I want you to know which direction everything is. I want you to know exactly what I look like. I just want it to be a little dimmer, you know? I don't want to be in crisp focus. Like, take off your glasses. Take them off. You don't need your glasses. You don't need to see me that clearly.
So no 20/20 vision in bed?
No! 1818. Just dim it down a little bit.
Interesting.
I feel like everyone will agree. No, as seen on No One's Having Sex in Forever 21. Okay? If people were getting caught having sex there, if that was the place to do it, then I would say people love turning on those bright lights.
What store has the best dressing room then for your mood lighting?
I haven't been in a dressing room in so long, but you know when you go into dressing rooms and you're like, they don't even want me to buy these clothes. Like they really,
yeah.
they don't
want me to hate
here.
myself.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave now. Like, thanks for your help. And you do know the stores that you go and you're like, I'll take 7 of these. I'll take 12 of these. I'm like, is it the mirror? Is it the lighting? Oh my God. Reformation. You know how many different buttons they have in there? Sexy lighting, mood lighting, this lighting. I'm like, ballroom, bam, bam. I'll take 7 dresses. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Thank you for making it sex. Oh yeah. They got different little buttons in there. Go check it.
That's
Thank you.
cool.
I've been to other stores like that. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. We should have that in our rooms. Sexy lighting, Harry Potter lighting, red lights, candles. You're welcome, nation.
Okay, well, that was a good sidetrack.
Okay, well, this is over and we'll see you in the bonus.
This week on the bonus.
So honest with me right now. And I need you to tone it down. The fact that you just were talking to her like that, like I was like, my skin is peeling off my body. Like,
I would much rather hold my onion by its hair.
so maybe
It's
that's
time
the
to
key.
snap out of it. It's time to move on. And it's time to lock in.